One shot. Oh, I like it. Oh.
You can't get into the ring and have your reputation fight for you. You've got to fight yourself, and that's the one thing we take away from when I said to Willy, look, and he does. He's down to earth. Doesn't matter what you've done for your last fight or your amateur career or you've been world amateur champion. It's not about that. It's what's going to happen tonight and how you deal with the fight on the night. And that's what he's getting prepared for. He's in great shape, as you can see. He's solid, he's strong, he's in fantastic shape. It all can change when somebody starts fighting back and giving you problems. So he's got to be able to deal with those problems, what are going to present themselves on the night, and hopefully he will.
You're obviously ready for that fight. He's no mug though, is he, Lennox? He had I think he was unlucky in his last fight not to get the decision. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, he boxed for the British title against Lerone Richards, and it was the aggressor against the matador, so to speak. And Lerone's a very good boxer, not a lot of power, not enough to keep him off. But Lerone's got a nice boxing style, and he can frustrate you as a southpaw, stepping away, keeping away from the power shots, and he just managed to nick the fight. But Lennox he's been in good fights, and he's tough. We've had him here sparring, Liam Williams, Brook, Billy Joe Saunders. He's a tough kid. He's heavy-handed. He's got long arms. He's not particularly tall, but that works to his advantage sometimes because he slips under shots. So I'm not expecting an easy night at all with him on the 27th with Willy. He's a dangerous kid. You can't let him get settled. You can't let him get into his stride. He came on strong latter half of that fight with him, and you've got to be careful. It's not a given. So Willy's going to have to be on his toes. He's going to have to keep focused. It's not a gimme, and it's like I say, it'll be the making of Willy Hutchinson, this fight.
Yeah, because it's fair to say it's probably the biggest fight of his career so far.
Yeah, it's a big jump up. The guy's experience. He's done the rounds before. Willy's never really done the rounds, and that can play on a fighter's mind when he gets in first time and knows he's not going to have to go through the rounds. And like I said to Willy, you can't just go and try and blast this guy because he can absorb it. He's tough, he's strong, he's mature, and you're not going to get away with that. You're going to have to break him down and be clever, and be prepared to do the 12 rounds.
Jab, left right hook. That's it, I like that one again.
Yeah, I spend most of the day with him. He comes in the gym in the morning, trains, he has his breakfast on himself, comes for his lunch, he comes for his dinner. We go for a coffee later on. I'm with him for a good couple of hours of the day, so you're watching everything that they're doing, watching the moods, watching how they, how tired they are, how much energy they've got, and it's just gauging him because he's only a young kid, he's only 22. And you've just got to be careful. It's no good me being more ambitious than him. I've got to keep his feet on the ground. I've got to keep my feet on the ground, and let him do what he does best. Not be blowing smoke into him and telling him how fantastic he is. It's going to be an hard job. So it's keeping him level-headed and focused, and explain to him how he's going to get through these 12 rounds. How he's going to beat the kid, and that's where his career is going to start after this fight, I think.
And looking at him, and I can only judge what the little I've seen of him train, the fights I've seen him in. He does look a decent prospect. And I spoke to Shelley Finkel the other day, and he had a lot of good words to say about him. Yeah,
Shelley doesn't deal with anybody who's not top level. Obviously, Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder, other fighters in the past, and obviously Willy. And Willy's a prospect, and we just got to handle him carefully. He's only young. He can punch, he can fight. He's not scared to have a fight. But it's just bringing him along at the right speed and making sure that when he gets into the big fights, he's equipped to be in those big fights. It's like I said before. It's all right going on reputation and what people think. At the end of the day, I've got to make that call in my experience. What I've had over the years dealing with top level fighters and see where he is compared to everybody else. So. Can't be too ambitious with him. You've always got to, be cautious, prepare him for the worst, which he has done. And hopefully on the 27th of March he shines and he wins the British and Commonwealth titles. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy fight, and there's going to be a lot of questions answered about Willy Hutchinson. And we'll see. When as soon as somebody sticks it on him and starts having to go back, and a mature kid who's got a lot of experience, who's not, fazed by reputation, we'll see what Willy Hutchinson's got.